Hello everyone, I'm Saurabh Srivastava here. Today I'm going to read about chapter 4 from Failing Forward, John Maxwell's book. And this chapter 4 is about you are too ill to cry, but it hurts too much to laugh. Fear makes come true that which one is afraid of. Viktor Frankl. Very true. If you are afraid of something, that's where the fear comes, and then you start moving on and you don't take any action. So we all have heard about Wright brothers. They don't need any introduction, and they were the bicycle mechanics and who changed the world, how we travel and how we do things. And there is another person's story that John Maxwell shares here, that is Dr. Samuel P. Langley, who was a respected professor of mathematics and astronomy. He was a scientist and a director of Smithsonian Institute. He started building his own aircraft, or first aircraft, supposed to be in around 1890s, around a decade before Wright brothers accomplished it. But during the whole course of thing, he got failed and he got criticized multiple times, and then he gave up. And within few days of that, in 1903, Wright brothers achieved their feat. So it talks about that he had everything, but because he got in the face of failure, he felt or fear took over his desire to get it, and in a couple of years he died after a stroke. So overall, the Wright brothers, who did not had any funding, who did not had that knowledge, or they failed. But Dr. Langley, who got funding, as well as he had knowledge, he had a team to work with, and he failed just because of two different perspectives. A moment of conscious triumph makes one feel that after that nothing will really matter. A moment of realized disasters makes one feel that this is the end of everything, but neither feeling is realistic, for neither event is really what it is felt to be. So this is written by Arthur J.I. Packer. That's very true, and that's what happened in this scenario, and that's what the book starts with. When failure gets you by in the heart, the first important step in weathering failure is learning not to personalize it. We should not personalize our failure. It's just a part of doing thing every day. We get up, we have a goal to get up every morning at 5 a.m. But if we get up one day at 5:30, it's just one incident. It should not be taken as personal failure, and we should not try again to get up at 5 o'clock. The cycle that you don't want to ride, that's where John Maxwell explains how it gets cyclical, and it stops you from failing forward, where you have fear in action, in experience, in ability, and then again fear comes, because you keep going through the cycle of all these four things and you do not come out of it. Fear of failure stops forward progress. Here are some common ones that John Maxwell has observed. Paralysis, where people start analyzing it, and they do not go ahead with the plan. Then procrastination. We think about that we want to do something, but we think, okay, this can be done in one way, another way, or there might be 10 different ways to do it, and because of that we do not take an action. That is procrastination. And here President John F. Kennedy said, there are risks and costs to a program of action, but they are far less than the long range risk and cost of comfortable inaction. Procrastination is too high a price to pay for fear of failure. Purposelessness, If we do not have goals, if we do not know where we are going, then definitely we will not be taking any action. A fear of failure and resulting inactivity compounds. A person in fear cycle exhibit additional negative side effects. They feel self-pity, they give excuses, they misused energy goes and gets consumed, and then hopelessness, they do not have hope for future. Breaking the cycle, it's very important for us to break this cycle, and this is what another chapter talks about, where get motivated, yet most people are unable to do that. You can't avoid fear. No magic potion will take it away. And you can't wait for motivation to get you going. To conquer fear, you have to feel the fear and take action anyway. Several years ago, when I was sitting in my doctor's waiting room, I came across a few paragraphs in medical magazine that describes the battle to act. We hear it almost every day, shy, shy, shy. I just can't get myself motivated to lose weight, test my blood sugar, and we hear an equal number of shies from diabetes educator who can't get their patient motivated to the right thing for their diabetes and health. We have news for you. Motivation is not going to strike you like lightning, and motivation is not something that someone else, nurse, doctor, family member can bestow or force on you. The whole idea of motivation is a trap. Forget motivation, just do it. Exercise, lose weight, test your blood sugar, and whatever. Do it without motivation, and then guess what? After you start doing the thing, that's when the motivation comes and makes it easy for you to keep on doing it. Motivation is like love and happiness. It's a byproduct. When you are actively engaged in doing something, it sneaks up and jabs you when you least expect it. As Harvard psychologist Jerome Berner says, you are more likely to act yourself into feeling than feel yourself into action. So act. Whatever it is you know you should do it. Do it. And then John Maxwell talks about get moving, build motivation, make mistakes, and move on. And that's what what breaks the cycle. You are more likely to act yourself into feeling than feel yourself into action. An African parable compares the idea very well. So every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows that it must run faster than the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning a lion wakes up. It knows that it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you had better be running. That's very important. So you should take action so that you come out of this cycle of getting in fear and taking inaction. And then John Maxwell talks about Handel's story, a musical prodigy, how he came out of the cycle of inaction and ultimately end up writing the piece that is called Messiah. Today, Handel's Messiah is considered a masterpiece and the culmination of composer's work. In fact, Sir Newman Flower, one of Handel's biographers, said of the writing of Messiah, considering the immensity of the work and the short time involved, it will remain perhaps forever the greatest feat in the whole history of music composition. So definitely read through that. It's a good story that gives you some answers. Then John Maxwell talks about your fourth step to failing forward. Take action and reduce your fear. And then he talks about how to write it down, your fear and what all, and then how to tackle it, steps given there. Then right now at the close of the fourth chapter, we have now covered, realize there is one major difference between average people and achieving people. Learn a new definition of failure. That was the second chapter. Remove the you from failure. take action and reduce your fear. So these we talked about today: take action and reduce your fear. Hopefully it helped you, and it's definitely going to help me, because I am going to take actions to the things that I have been procrastinating on, so that I can move on and align it with my goals and keep taking action on it. If you like this video, please subscribe and feel free to leave your comment. Looking forward for your comments to improve. Thanks a lot for joining. Bye.